Hello, how's everyone doing? I want to talk about something really quick, and it's a big topic throughout our country. Um, is being gay a choice? Now, I want to emphasize the word choice in that sentence because we have to break it down, and that's one of the things that a lot of people's ignorance come into play. That's where a lot of people's insecurities come into play. So let's think about it and let's analyze it. So when you're born as a human, you have your pre like when you're okay. So when you're born a baby, you don't have anything under your belt. You don't have life under your belt. You don't have experiences. You don't have um, knowledge, anything like that under your belt. So you're just a baby. So as you mature and as you get older, you start to see and experience different things, and you start to learn new things. Um, and a part of that process, you hit puberty, you hit sexual maturity, and you hit a time in your life around 13 or 14 years old when your body starts to mature into an adult figure. Now, during this portion of time, this is when you start having sexual fantasies. This is when you start having your hormones go skyrocket, and this is when you start being sexually active and blah 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 blah. But before that, before you hit puberty, um, you really don't have any concept of anything like that because all you're concerned with is having fun as a little kid and getting dirty and playing with your friends and playing, soccer in the street and stuff like that. Speaking of soccer, woo! Okay, so anyway, that's all you're concerned with. You're not concerned with, where you're gonna be 10 years from now. You're not concerned with high school, and you're not concerned with colleges and stuff like that. You're just concerned with playing, basically. Um, so during that portion of time, you really nobody knows what they are. Nobody for sure knows who they are, and they only bounce off and really put themselves in the position that everyone else wants to see them in. So, as you're a little kid, and you hear the word gay and people start making fun of it, well, you don't know any different because, you don't know what you are, you don't know what it means, you don't know, how offensive when you laugh at things like that is. So, throughout your whole life, that's what you're expected to act like around it is, oh my god, being gay is funny and I'm not gay because I don't want to be laughed at. So, then you hit, puberty, and then that's when you start realizing, what you are, who you are, stuff like that. So, um, during that portion of time is when you figure out if you're gay, if you're straight, if you're bisexual, if you're whatever you are. And um, I mean, just like any straight person, I mean, when you were 5, you can't tell me that you knew that you liked women. You just can't. You just can't. And even for me as a gay person, I had a little girlfriend when I was 5, but I mean, that's just because, it was something fun to do, I guess. I mean, I was 5. Like, you can't tell me that when you were 5 or 6, whatever, that you knew, oh my god, I'm straight, not gay, because you don't even know what the two mean. So that kind of has to rule that logic out. Um, on top of the fact that if you ask a gay person, did you choose to be gay? We as a gay community can also ask you guys the same question, and I don't mean to stereotype people and put people in little groups, but I mean that's really the only way to explain it. And gay people could ask straight people the same question. Well, did you choose to be straight? And I've asked a fair amount of people if they chose to be straight, and they told me yes. So, all the people out there that say that we as a gay community chose to be gay. Well, there's people in your community too that say they chose to be straight, which means at one point in time or another they thought and they were attracted to the same sex, but they chose not to do that because they feared the outcome of coming out as a homosexual. Also, the fact that if you think about it and you read up on it and you actually educate yourself or have someone else educate you, gay people live one of the hardest lifestyles in the United States. And it includes like bigotry, it includes hatred, hate crimes, things like that. I mean, it just the list goes on and on and on. Things that straight people really don't understand, because no one's gonna come up to a straight person and say, stupid straight kid, or no one's gonna punch you in the face because you're straight. It doesn't really happen. They'll punch you in the face because they don't like you. As a gay community, we have to worry about getting, killed basically for being gay. And if you think that's a little exaggerating, well, it's not, because Lawrence King, who lived in California, was an 8th grader or 9th grader, something like that, not very old, and a kid shot him, as you guys know or should know, in school because Lawrence King wanted to be his Valentine. Um, so when just talking about that subject right there, when straight people say, "Well, did you choose to be that way?" Well, did Lawrence King choose to be shot? I mean, it doesn't sound logical when you ask that question. So, um, if to close this out, I would have to say, if to answer the question, well, every straight person out there, I want you guys to choose to be gay for one day. And I know it might contradict everything that I just said, but try to put yourself in our shoes. Live a life in the gay person's lifestyle, and then you'll really see that we didn't choose to be gay.